Jack Nicholson, one of the most celebrated actors in Hollywood history, built a career spanning over 6 decades, making him a cinematic icon of his generation. With unforgettable performances in films like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, The Shining, and As Good as It Gets, Jack solidified his place as one of the greatest actors of all time. But behind the scenes, Jack's life has been just as disturbing as the roles he portrayed, marked by mystery, severe allegations from children and women, and even worse things. Now, after years of rumors and speculation, those close to Jack have finally revealed what we've long suspected about the shining star. Curious to find out more? Let's uncover the story. Jack Nicholson was born John Joseph Nicholson on April 22, 1937, in Neptune City, New Jersey. His early life was surrounded by mystery and confusion, beginning with a family secret that would not be revealed to him until much later in life. Nicholson grew up believing that his grandmother, Ethel May Rhodes, was his mother, and his mother, June Frances Nicholson, was his older sister. The truth, that June was actually his mother, was only discovered in 1974, when a Time magazine journalist uncovered the secret while researching a cover story on Nicholson. This revelation would have a profound impact on Nicholson's sense of identity and personal history. The knowledge that his upbringing was built on a lie was both shocking and disorienting for the actor, adding a complex layer to his understanding of family and self. Nicholson's father was never a part of his life, and there has been much speculation about his identity, with some rumors suggesting he was either June's manager or a married Italian-American named Donald Furcillo. Nicholson has expressed that he never had a strong desire to find out the truth, suggesting a resilience and adaptability that would characterize much of his life. Raised in a predominantly female household, Nicholson exhibited a rebellious streak from a young age. He attended Manasquan High School in New Jersey, where he was known for his sharp wit and charm, as well as his tendency to get into trouble. Despite his rebellious nature, Nicholson was a bright student, showing early signs of the intelligence and perceptiveness that would later become hallmarks of his acting. His interest in drama and performance began to take shape during these formative years, leading him to move to Los Angeles after graduation to pursue a career in acting. Nicholson's early years in Hollywood were anything but glamorous. He started out working as an office assistant for animation producers William Hanna and Joseph Barbera at MGM's Cartoon Studio. During this time, he took acting classes and auditioned for every role he could find, determined to make a name for himself in an industry that is notoriously difficult to break into. His persistence paid off in 1958 when he landed his first role in the low-budget teen drama The Cry-Baby Killer, produced by legendary B-movie mogul Roger Corman. Despite this initial breakthrough, his persistence paid off in 1958 when he landed his first role in the low-budget teen drama The Cry-Baby Killer, produced by legendary B-movie mogul Roger Corman. Despite this initial breakthrough, Nicholson spent the next decade toiling in relative obscurity, appearing in a string of low-budget horror films and westerns. During this period, he also tried his hand at screenwriting, co-writing the screenplay for The Trip, 1967, a psychedelic film directed by Corman and starring Peter Fonda and Dennis Hopper. His experience behind the camera gave Nicholson a deeper understanding of the filmmaking process and honed his skills as a storyteller, which would serve him well in his later career as an actor. Nicholson's big break came in 1969 with the release of Easy Rider, a countercultural road movie that captured the spirit of the 1960s and became a cultural touchstone. Nicholson played George Hanson, a small-town lawyer who joins 2 bikers on their cross-country journey. His performance was magnetic, blending humor, pathos, and a palpable sense of disillusionment with the American dream. The role earned Nicholson his first Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor and established him as a major talent to watch. The success of Easy Rider opened doors for Nicholson, leading to a series of critically acclaimed performances in the early 1970s. In 5 Easy Pieces, 1970, Nicholson delivered a powerful performance as Bobby Dupea, an oil rig worker with a privileged past and a deep sense of existential discontent. The film was a critical success, earning Nicholson another Oscar nomination, this time for Best Actor. His portrayal of Bobby, a man caught between two worlds and struggling with his own identity, resonated with audiences and critics alike, solidifying Nicholson's reputation as one of the most talented actors of his generation. Nicholson continued to build on this success with a string of memorable performances throughout the 1970s. In Carnal Knowledge, 1971, he explored the complexities of male friendship and sexual relationships, delivering a performance that was both raw and insightful. The film, directed by Mike Nichols, was a bold and controversial exploration of sexual politics, and Nicholson's portrayal of Jonathan, a man caught in a web of his own desires and insecurities, was widely praised. His next major role came in Roman Polanski's Chinatown, 1974, a neo-noir masterpiece that remains one of the most revered films of all time. As private detective J.J. Gittes, Nicholson delivered a nuanced performance that balanced cynicism with vulnerability, earning him yet another Oscar nomination. While Nicholson had already established himself as a leading actor by the mid-1970s, it was his role in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975, that truly catapulted him to superstardom. The film, directed by Milos Forman and based on Ken Kesey's novel of the same name, tells the story of Randall McMurphy, a rebellious convict who feigns insanity to serve his sentence in a mental institution. Nicholson's portrayal of McMurphy is nothing short of iconic. He infused the character with a mix of defiance, charm, and vulnerability that made him instantly memorable. The film was a critical and commercial success, winning 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, and earning Nicholson his first Oscar for Best Actor. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest marked a turning point in Nicholson's career, establishing him as one of Hollywood's most bankable stars and leading to a series of high-profile roles in the late 1970s and early 1980s. His performance as Jack Torrance in Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, 1980, is arguably one of his most famous, showcasing his ability to portray madness and terror with chilling precision. The film, based on Stephen King's novel, was not initially well received by critics, but has since become a cult classic, with Nicholson's performance being hailed as one of the greatest in horror film history. The 1980s proved to be a decade of immense growth and experimentation for Nicholson. His role in Terms of Endearment, 1983, as Garrett Breedlove, a retired astronaut with a zest for life, demonstrated his ability to excel in comedic roles. The film, which was both a critical and commercial success, earned Nicholson his second Oscar, this time for Best Supporting Actor. His portrayal of Garrett, a charming yet flawed man who forms an unlikely friendship with Shirley MacLaine's character, added depth and nuance to the film, showcasing Nicholson's ability to bring complexity to seemingly straightforward roles. Nicholson continued to push the boundaries of his craft throughout the decade, taking on a variety of roles that showcased his range as an actor. In Prizzi's Honor, 1985, he played Charlie Partana, a hitman who falls in love with a fellow assassin, in a darkly comedic film that earned him another Oscar nomination. His performance was both humorous and sinister, blending elements of comedy and drama in a way that only Nicholson could. The film's success further cemented Nicholson's status as one of Hollywood's most versatile actors. Perhaps one of Nicholson's most memorable roles came at the end of the decade with his portrayal of the Joker in Tim Burton's Batman, 1989. Nicholson's Joker was a revelation, menacing yet humorous, terrifying yet oddly charismatic. His performance brought a new dimension to the iconic comic book villain, blending a dark sense of humor with a chilling unpredictability. The role not only showcased Nicholson's ability to take on larger-than-life characters, but also demonstrated his keen understanding of the fine line between comedy and horror. Off-screen, Jack Nicholson's life has been as dramatic and unpredictable as his career. Known for his rebellious spirit and love of the Hollywood lifestyle, Nicholson has been a constant presence in the tabloids, often making headlines for his romantic entanglements and hedonistic lifestyle. He has been romantically linked to numerous high-profile women, including actresses Angelica Houston, Rebecca Broussard, and Lara Flynn Boyle. His longest and most tumultuous relationship was with Angelica Houston, whom he dated on and off from 1973 to 1990. The relationship was marked by Nicholson's infidelity and commitment issues, eventually leading to a painful breakup that Houston later described in her memoirs. Nicholson has 5 children from various relationships, but he has never married. His approach to relationships and family life has been unconventional, often marked by a reluctance to settle down and a preference for maintaining his independence. Despite this, he has maintained close relationships with his children and has spoken publicly about his love for them. In interviews, Nicholson has often described himself as a loner who values his freedom and enjoys the solitude that comes with being single. This free-spirited approach to life has often put him at odds with the traditional expectations of marriage and family, but it has also allowed him to live life on his own terms. Throughout his career, Nicholson has been no stranger to controversy. His off-screen behavior has often been as newsworthy as his on-screen performances, leading to a few notable incidents that have marred his public image. One of the most infamous incidents occurred in 1994, when Nicholson was involved in a road rage altercation that resulted in him smashing another driver's car windshield with a golf club. The incident, which was widely covered in the media, resulted in a lawsuit and a settlement out of court. Nicholson later expressed regret for his actions, acknowledging that his behavior was out of character and driven by frustration. While this incident was the most publicized, Nicholson's name has also surfaced in discussions surrounding Hollywood's darker history of sexual misconduct and inappropriate behavior. Though he has not been directly accused in the Not Me Too movement, rumors of his behavior towards women have persisted, fueled by his reputation as a notorious womanizer during the 1970s and 1980s. Some former associates and insiders have suggested that Nicholson's conduct during that era reflected the broader, problematic culture of Hollywood, where sexism and exploitation were often overlooked or excused. Another controversial aspect of Nicholson's life has been his well-documented use of drugs and alcohol, particularly during the 1960s and 1970s. Nicholson has admitted to experimenting with various substances, describing that period as one of excess and exploration. Stories of wild parties at his Hollywood Hills home, often involving other famous actors and musicians, have become part of Hollywood folklore. While Nicholson has always maintained that he was never addicted and that his drug use was primarily recreational, these stories have contributed to his reputation as a hard-living, rebellious figure in Hollywood. Despite the controversies, Nicholson's career continued to thrive throughout the 1990s and 2000s, as he took on a series of roles that showcased his depth and versatility as an actor. In 1992, Nicholson delivered one of his most iconic performances as Colonel Nathan R. Jessup in A Few Good Men, a military courtroom drama directed by Rob Reiner. His delivery of the line, "You can't handle the truth," has since become one of the most quoted lines in film history, and his performance earned him another Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor. In As Good as It Gets, 1997, Nicholson played Melvin Udall, a misanthropic romance novelist with obsessive-compulsive disorder. The film, directed by James L. Brooks, was a critical and commercial success, earning Nicholson his 3rd Academy Award for Best Actor. His portrayal of Melvin was both comedic and touching, blending sharp wit with moments of vulnerability. The role was a departure from some of the darker characters Nicholson had played in the past, demonstrating his ability to bring warmth and humor to a complex character. The 2000s saw Nicholson continue to take on challenging roles in a variety of genres. In About Schmidt, 2002, he played Warren Schmidt, a recently retired widower grappling with the meaning of his life. The film, directed by Alexander Payne, was a departure from the more comedic roles Nicholson had taken in the late 1990s, showcasing his ability to convey deep emotion and introspection. His performance was widely praised, earning him another Oscar nomination and solidifying his reputation as one of the most versatile actors of his generation. Nicholson's role as mob boss Frank Costello in Martin Scorsese's The Departed, 2006, was another highlight of his later career. The film, which was a critical and commercial success, won the Academy Award for Best Picture, and featured Nicholson in a role that allowed him to explore his darker side once again. His portrayal of Costello was menacing and unpredictable, blending elements of humor and horror in a way that only Nicholson could. The role was a reminder of Nicholson's ability to dominate the screen, even in a film filled with other powerhouse performances. As Nicholson entered his later years, he began to take fewer roles, citing concerns about his memory and a desire to focus on other interests. His last significant role was in the 2010 film How Do You Know?, a romantic comedy directed by James L. Brooks. While the film was not a critical success, it marked the end of an era for Nicholson, who has not appeared in a film since. In 2013, rumors surfaced that Nicholson had retired from acting, a claim he later disputed, stating that he was merely less interested in acting than he once was. Despite his absence from the screen, Nicholson remains a beloved figure in Hollywood and a symbol of its golden age. He is often seen courtside at Los Angeles Lakers games, a longtime fan who has become as much a part of the Lakers' lore as the team itself. Nicholson's presence in the public eye, even in retirement, is a testament to his enduring popularity and the impact he has had on popular culture. Jack Nicholson's impact on Hollywood is immeasurable. He is often cited as one of the greatest actors of all time, a master of his craft who has consistently pushed the boundaries of what is possible in film. His ability to embody a wide range of characters, from charming anti-heroes to terrifying villains, has left a lasting mark on the industry. Nicholson's performances are known for their intensity and authenticity, often blurring the line between the actor and the character. His unique approach to acting, which often involves deep immersion into his roles, has influenced countless actors and filmmakers. Beyond his filmography, Nicholson's influence extends to the culture of Hollywood itself. He is seen as a symbol of the rebellious, free-spirited nature of the industry, a man who lived by his own rules and carved out a career that defied convention. His penchant for taking risks, both on and off screen, has inspired countless actors and filmmakers to follow their instincts and pursue bold, unconventional choices. Nicholson's life and career serve as a reminder that in Hollywood, as in life, there is no one right way to succeed. A complicated legacy, reflection, and re-evaluation. Despite his accomplishments, Nicholson's legacy is not without its blemishes. His personal life, marked by tumultuous relationships, allegations of inappropriate behavior, and a reputation for hard living, has often overshadowed his professional achievements. The controversies surrounding his behavior towards women, in particular, have led to a re-evaluation of his legacy in the context of the evolving cultural conversation around sexism and abuse of power in Hollywood. In recent years, the film industry has grappled with its history of misogyny and mistreatment of women, prompting a broader cultural reckoning. Nicholson, as a prominent figure in Hollywood's history, is not exempt from this scrutiny. While he has not faced direct allegations in the manner of some of his contemporaries, the stories and rumors that have followed him suggest a complicated relationship with the shifting norms of the industry. Nicholson's reputation as a womanizer and his participation in the excesses of the Hollywood scene during the 1970s and 1980s have led some to question his behavior and its impact on those around him. Jack Nicholson remains an enigmatic figure in Hollywood, a man whose life and career defy easy categorization. He is both a beloved icon and a polarizing personality, a masterful actor whose off-screen antics have often been as compelling as his on-screen performances. His life is a testament to the complexities of fame and the often blurry line between the public persona and the private individual. As we reflect on Nicholson's career, it is clear that his contributions to cinema are vast and varied. From his early days as a struggling actor to his rise as a Hollywood legend, Nicholson's journey has been one of constant reinvention and exploration. His ability to adapt to changing times and tastes, while remaining true to his unique artistic vision, is a testament to his enduring appeal. Nicholson has always been willing to take risks, to push the boundaries of his craft, and to challenge the conventions of the industry. This fearless approach has made him a role model for generations of actors and filmmakers who continue to be inspired by his work. Jack Nicholson's influence extends beyond his own performances. He has inspired generations of actors and filmmakers with his fearless approach to his craft. His willingness to take on challenging roles and explore the darker aspects of human nature has paved the way for a more nuanced portrayal of characters in film. Younger actors often cite Nicholson as an inspiration, pointing to his ability to infuse even the most flawed characters with depth and humanity. In an industry that often rewards conformity, Nicholson has always stood out for his individuality. He has resisted being typecast, choosing instead to explore a wide range of genres and characters. This versatility has ensured his longevity in Hollywood, allowing him to remain relevant even as trends and tastes have shifted. Nicholson's career is a testament to the power of staying true to one's artistic vision, even in the face of changing industry dynamics. Jack Nicholson's career is a remarkable journey through the evolution of modern cinema. He has been a witness to, and a participant in, some of the most significant changes in Hollywood over the past 6 decades. His body of work is a testament to his incredible range and talent, while his personal life reflects the complexities and contradictions that often accompany fame. Despite the controversies and allegations that have occasionally marred his reputation, Nicholson's legacy as one of the greatest actors of all time remains intact. His influence on the film industry is undeniable, and his performances continue to inspire and entertain audiences around the world. As we look back on Jack Nicholson's life and career, it is clear that he is a man of many facets, an actor of immense talent, a personality of great complexity, and a figure whose impact on Hollywood will be felt for generations to come. In the end, Jack Nicholson remains an enigma, a legend, and a true icon of cinema. His story is one of artistic brilliance, personal flaws, and an unwavering commitment to living life on his own terms. As we continue to revisit his films and reflect on his legacy, Nicholson's contributions to cinema and his influence on future generations will undoubtedly endure, solidifying his place as one of the most fascinating and influential figures in Hollywood history.